Hello guys, Teslagrad 2 begins with the crash of an airship on which the main character, Teslamancer Lumina, hoped to get home. Terrible Vikings thwarted her plans and unwittingly introduced her to Wyrmheim, an abandoned country inspired by Scandinavian mythology. On the way home, the girl is waiting for difficult trials, which her electromagnetic forces will have to overcome. The game both starts and ends silently, as in the original. There are no words and dialogues. The history of the world will have to be learned from the pictures hung on the walls of an abandoned tower and maps that are hidden in the secluded corners without forgetting to use the imagination. Also, players familiar with the Chrome universe, which developers have been slowly building from the first part, everything will be very clear. The Teslamancer are an order of genius who have mastered electricity and magnetism. Lumina is grown-up daughter of the protagonist of the first part. As a result of unsuccessful handling of the teleporter, she ended up on the other side of the world, from where she tries to get out in the sequel. After the crash of the ship, Lumina finds herself off the coast of the North Sea. From her equipment, just only boots that allow the girl to instantly move forward a couple of meters. This ability is already enough to solve a couple of puzzles. In the future, the girl will find other items of clothing that allow her to slide, turn into spark and to do other impressive tricks with electricity. The gameplay of Teslagrad 2 is woven from atmospheric adventures, simple puzzles and rare battles with enemies. This is a Metroidvania that involves returning of previously closed places after gaining new abilities, but only collectible cards are hidden in them, shedding light on what is happening. You can go through the game without discovering secrets, without understanding anything, but we do not recommend it to do this. Because behind the paintings and maps there is a tragic story that shows how people lost themselves in the pursuit of technological progress. The first Teslagrad was about leisurely solving puzzles that use physics knowledge, while the sequel is a game about speed. Here, the tasks are simplified for the sake of dynamics, thanks to the electricity. Lumina literally sweeps through the locations in a matter of seconds. What is happening on the screen is reminiscent of platform games with Super Meat Boy accuracy. It forces you to think quickly and juggle your abilities on the go. Sometimes the heroine's paths are blocked by enemies from the fantasy world, Scandinavian draugs, the mysterious effeminate monsters Hildra and others. Progress in the passage is noted after the battle with the boss. I will not say that they turn out to be difficult, but if you rush and do not study the behavior of enemies, you will often have to reboot. Teslagrad 2 does not try to piss you off. Saves occur almost every 10 meters, and also there are no penalties for losing. Separately, it is worth praising the setting invented by the developers. It is partly based on Scandinavian mythology, which every gamer probably already knows, but the picture of the Viking hearts are skillfully replaced by the abandoned rooms of the giant tower, in which the trace of steampunk is felt. And the equipment of the heroine is crown of technology, which doesn't fit with the usual idea of Scandinavian sailors. The lightning fast action on the screen has downside. Teslagrad 2 can be completed in literally 3-4 hours. It will take a little more time if you decide to collect all the secrets. But the game doesn't even want to scold for a short duration, all thanks to the visual accompaniment and music. Seriously, Teslagrad 2 is a little visual masterpiece. In one picture, the developers used both of 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional elements. Add to this cartoonish style, frame-by-frame drawing, the lack of interface and bunch of small details, like the sparks of the main character, and you get graphics that you enjoy with rapture until the very credits. You also get aesthetic pleasure, thanks to music, calm where there is no danger, and disturbing where there is a place for it. The soundtrack enhances the atmosphere of the locations in which you find yourself. It is pointless to describe it, you need to experience it yourself. As a result, Teslagrad 2 Also, it passes quickly. This adventure remains in memory for a long time, atmosphere, lighting fast, and with its own tragic story, which has to be pieced together. Sequels like this are worth waiting for 10 years. They prove that the indie segment has surprised and will continue to surprise.